Hi everyone, we hope you're enjoying the Developer Marketing Summit so far. Just before we jump into the next session, we'd like to ask for your contribution. We're currently running a Tools of Choice survey where you can tell us the tools and platforms you use every day in your role. This could be CRM, social listening, SEO tools, and more. By contributing to this report, you can help us map out the ultimate directory of tools used by developer marketers around the world and get a powerful library of tools that will save you money and time on research, generate value to your company, and help you gain an edge over your competitors. Simply take our Developer Marketing Tools of Choice survey to have your say. I'll be sharing the link to take part in the live chat, but for now, back to the Developer Marketing Summit.
Hi, thanks for joining me today, and thank you for the team for putting this awesome event together. It's such an honor to be here. I'm so excited to share with you a new talk that I put together called Making the Metrics Count. Although making the metrics count is not such a new topic for any of us, right? A quick tidbit about me. I am the Global Developer Marketing Lead here at the Developer Relations team at Zebra Technologies. I've been in this role for the last close to 7 years. I entered the team on the engineering team as a technical marketing leader and quickly evolved into a developer relations dev marketing strategist for the team to help them build the developer marketing toolbox from the ground up. I've seen some incredible growth and change over that time. It's been really exciting, and especially for our industry. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you today some of the things that I've learned along the way, some of the strategies that we're using for defining our metrics for our team here at Zebra. And I think it's really important that we have opportunities like this to share some of our learnings so we can learn and improve ourselves and see if some of these strategies can work. So I hope that you'll find that today from my presentation. You know, anywhere you throw a tech product, you're going to hit a developer. So it becomes really important to stay on top of the measurement of this and whether or not it's working. We're going to have just enough time for me to share some ideas and strategies with you around these 3 main agenda items. So let's go through them real quick. Connecting the dots. How do you align your team goals to your company goals? What are your company's key strategic initiatives, or what we call KSIs? And how does that reflect upon your DevRel or Dev Marketing KPIs? Under KPIs, I want to share with you some differences between the developer relations and the developer marketing KPIs, how we look at them at Zebra. Hopefully some of my learnings here and what we're measuring here will follow you as well. And then there's certain KPIs that do cross over from DevRel to Dev Marketing, so it's important to note those. And I'm just going to give you a sampling. Lastly, I'm going to share what tools we've used in-house that are helping us measure all of this. What works, what is preferred, and it's by our company standards, so yours might be different, and that's okay. But it'll give you an idea of what we're utilizing today for some of our tools. Let's make some sense of the metrics, because it's pretty daunting when you think about it, and there's all this terminology and measurement that's going around and spinning in our heads, so to speak. It can be very different for each organization, and certainly they are for developer relations and dev marketing. And there's numerous models out there on how to measure DevRel or dev marketing success, from ARP, acquisition, activation, retention, referral, and revenue, to SMART, and to so many more. But for this talk today, I really wanted to share how we look at these metrics as a company for the DevRel and dev marketing strategies and how we align to those. I wanted to provide a perspective from a developer plus company standpoint. And although many of the points reflect our corporation today and some of our findings, it can also apply to developer first companies as well, quite easily. But let's ask the real question, right? How do you measure success? Is it the number of developers deliver or visiting your site each day? Or is it those who register, join, download an SDK, or participate in the forums? Or is it simply impressions and activity you have on a certain tweet? Actually, it's all of this and more. Metrics should provide a clear picture linking to your company, team and stakeholders, their goals and aspirations, and add value and how you help the corporation reach those KSI, key strategic initiatives, along with their pillars of success. Any and all of these metrics can help the team evaluate and break it down into KPIs. Are you communicating and engaging with your developers? Where is this successful and where does this need to be reevaluated? Obviously, we need to show how developer relation contributes, project if our goals can be reached, when and if not, we adjust. These can also justify the need for resources and growth in the DevRel team in your organization. So it could be very important from that perspective as well. To give you some substance, I'll share some examples of what KSI, KPIs, and how we align and what we measure. So if you were going to look at this from our viewpoint, if you will, let's say the company is looking at those KSIs or those key strategic initiatives. Matching that, the DevRel team is looking at the KPIs. But really building the foundation for all of this are three key pillars. You can identify what you can influence and force with these pillars as well. So let's talk about a few of these and give you some examples. This is what the company's vision is for the future. Underneath or above these pillars, if you will, in this description, are the KSIs. Pillar 1, growth. So let's say a company's key strategic initiative under growth may be increasing market share in a specific region or expanding offerings. For pillar 2, it's about new markets or entering those new markets. Under this pillar, they can be expanding into the high growth technology areas like machine vision. For pillar 3, we really want to focus in a lot, and we will for the DevRel experience here today, on experience. KSIs under this pillar refer to more of what the experience is to the customer and what their needs are, identifying those needs and refining their digital experience. It's very much aligned with what we're doing on the DevRel team today. We want to identify needs and refine the digital experience. It's a great place for your team to start and to align with your corporation to show the value and importance of your developer community. All of these should align, and they should align with your stakeholders' aspirations and be very clear and distinct so it's understandable as well. Let's start with the basics, right? We're back to the funnel, the developer marketing funnel. But for your program, you'll want to properly align to your program goals and track the metrics while considering these 4 stages of the funnel. So let's do a quick review of each stage and how this relates to dev marketing and DevRel KPIs and pull in some examples. So if we're at that awareness stage, which is so crucial for developer relations today and developer marketing, obviously, some of these KPIs may be the number of people that are registering for your newsletter, or it might be the blog article views and reads. It may even be social media mentions, likes, retweets. Awareness paints the picture that they are aware of your offerings and aware that you exist. This is a large driver for the developer marketing strategy. It's the first phase before we move into consideration. So let's move down to that and look at a couple of examples. In this stage, we can really reveal the first time dev marketing KPIs in terms of the number of people that open your newsletters and click on an article as an example. It's not only providing awareness, they're finding that information, right? And they're aware of it, but it's also moving into consideration of your offerings. Another example would be visitors to your developer portal. Are they aware of this portal? Are they engaging with the blog, continually visiting the site, looking at all of the content, considering the content, looking at an API, considering that API? The next phase that we want them to move into then, if they are considering this, are they going to use it? Are they going to engage with it? So we're drilling down to engagement and enablement. Here, your developers are now becoming your customers, right? Because they're engaging with your brand, they're identifying with it. And some KPIs here may be for DevRel. Are they downloading your latest SDK? How many unique users are on your site? For dev marketing, the attendance rates at your developer webinars are important. Newsletters, the articles where they're clicking through, the click-through rates. Are they directly going to that blog and reading and engaging with it? How long are they staying on there and reading it? And the last part of this, obviously, is retention, and this is where we want them to stay. These measure, let's say, repeat attendees at your webinars. We can align some of those metrics up. The number of use cases, actually applications built, and how they are using your technology to create new opportunities. It's just some examples of each stage of the funnel. And let's look at some more specific KPIs that we do on our team. So the key performance indicators. Some of these types of metrics can reveal if your audience is being reached, obviously. And to take a look at some of the specifics to get a sense of what we have found to be important to us, let's keep in mind that some of these can be aligned with your community and activity metrics as all. They can be both qualitative and quantitative. Note that we also strive to find correlations between these metrics across the channels to see how the developer experience is doing. Now, when I talk about developer experience for us, when we talk about what's our ultimate thing that we're measuring, what's our North Star? For the developer relations team and for our developer marketing metrics this year and for next year, our North Star is really about that developer experience. Are they having a good experience on our developer portal? Are they registering as users? Are they coming back and drilling down on that content? This is a key driver for us because it will really evaluate whether or not we're delivering on the experience. And with that, we can start to knock down some of those other pillars in terms of growth, expanding our market offerings. So striving to find those correlations between the channels. For instance, where are your most users from on your developer portal? We're seeing high concentration in India and even Germany. We're also seeing a strong correlation with our YouTube watch metrics, and we're seeing correlations with where they're watching them. And guess what? They're in India and they're in Germany. And there's other subsequent countries, of course, that we're seeing, but that's just some of the highlights. Let's break down a few more things here to KPIs to give you a better idea. On the developer relations side, we're looking at unique developer portal users. We're looking at those average engagement times. How long are they on there? Looking at our portal. We're also looking specifically at form submissions and then response times from our team. That's become a really important indicator if they're understanding our offerings, if they're using our offerings, and if they're having success with those. Blog views is important, and feedback and satisfaction. Now, on satisfaction, we've measured this a couple of different ways. So let me give you an example. Recently, we installed a quick 3-question survey on our site that was added to that portal to gauge their interest and their ease in finding information on the site that they wanted. So this is almost like an NPS score because we're really talking about that net promoter score. We're gauging the customer or the developer loyalty, satisfaction, and enthusiasm. So on a scale of 0 to 10, did you find what you were looking for today? Would you recommend this to someone else? These are the type of things that we strive to measure. And specifically on experience, we're looking to see whether or not they're finding the information that they want, what type of information that they're looking for, if they found it difficult, somewhat difficult, easy. This is a driver of anywhere that we may need to tweak or refine our developer experience. And when I'm talking about that, we're refining and revising, revamping, if you will, our entire developer portal, look, feel, brand, everything. And that's going to be coming out in the next 12 to 18 months. So that's going to be really important for us because we've been listening for quite a few years and even engaging in this small, quick pop-up survey. And we're taking that data and we're applying it. That's where KPIs are of value. On the developer marketing side, let's drill down a little bit on the content. We're looking at authenticity and relevance of the technical content. What are we producing through these various communication channels, the blogs, the videos, the newsletters? We're looking at those click-through rates and unsubscribes, which we're really thankful are not bad at all. We're definitely surpassing what the industry standards are. We're very low on our unsubscribe rates. So we know that the subscribers whom are seeing our content are willing, engaged, and recipients of that. The webinars, we're looking specifically at attendance rates. How many people registered? How many people attended? What's that conversion rate? And then are they following that information when we post that recorded video on YouTube and the watch metrics? That's another correlation. Webinars, we're looking also at those channel assessments in terms of how are they registering. We're able to provide unique URLs on our tool that we use, which is GoToWebinar, and we're able to follow where they're coming from. Are they seeing that content on our newsletter, on our developer portal? Are they clicking on a social link? Majority of the people are getting it from an invitation that they've registered for. But we are seeing numbers on each one of those consistent and custom URLs. On the social end, okay. So there's all this view about, followers, we need followers, but followers doesn't constitute into like the value that developers are adding to your business and corporation. And you have to always remember it's about the quality and not the quantity, right? The number of followers does not translate necessarily into the number of tools, offering widgets one can sell, but it can identify with awareness. However, if your audience is as specific as developers, as we know they are, they may be looking at social, but finding your content by their own means. They might not be wanting to put a click on that link and going to the site. They already know that the developer portal is going to have the content. They're a registered user, or they've seen it in an invitation or a newsletter. They'll find the content. They'll click and register on that link directly, but they may not do it through social. Now, certainly a solid SEO strategy should be established along with us. Keywords are so important, and looking for that correlation between your developer portal keywords, your keywords on your YouTube videos. These are all things that you have to make sure that are consistent and you're looking at as far as measurement. Where is there crossover? Okay, so I just pulled a few of the common crossover metrics that we're looking at. We're looking at that website traffic. That's really important for us. A lot of our campaigns are organic. Right now, we do a few paid campaigns, and we'll look at those web campaigns and those measurements of those campaigns. But we really want to look at the engagement, the content, and prioritize content in terms of subject for our users. What are they looking at? What's the most used blog, right? Or the most read blog, I should say. Webinar content, that's important to us. Engaging with those webinars, engaging with those blogs, that becomes a huge metric between the crossover between DevRel and Dev Marketing. And the way our team is structured here at Zebra is we have a DevRel lead, we have a Dev Marketing lead, we partner together, we have another marketing coordinator on our team, and about 10 to 12 Dev advocates. So all of that adds value and information, and we all participate as a team on that. But we're all driving to the same sort of goals or KPIs, if you will. Just remember, it can be difficult to be mindful of the advocacy because we're so focused on getting more followers, right? So it's really important, just overall think of this. It's about building awareness, establishing those connections with your community, and building the trusting relationships. That still needs to be at the forefront of your objectives. Don't lose sight of the importance of advocacy. Promote quality, technical, authentic content that speaks to your developers. And lastly, I wanted to talk to you about the measurement tools that we use here, just as an example, because sometimes I know this is helpful for people to hear. I'm sure you might have your own tools in-house that you're using with your company. From a website perspective, we're looking at Google Analytics. On our Adobe side, the corporate side, they're using Adobe Analytics. So we may be moving to that at some point, but we're finding Google Analytics has been a valuable tool for us. On email, we're utilizing Eloqua. That's how we send out all of our emails in terms of those campaigns. CRM, Salesforce, that customer relationship management tool is important for us. Social, we're utilizing Sprinkler, and it's actually a very nice and robust tool. It allows us to see impressions and reporting. We're able to populate content through our channels and then also cross-promote. Webinars and meetups. If our meetups are called Dev Kitchens, we're utilizing Zoom, Teams, and then our tool of choice really for all of our technical content and our webinars online on a monthly basis is a GoToWebinar. I just wanted to leave you with a few last thoughts today. Thank you, Ted Lasso, who's inspiring us. I found this so inspirational, really, and how it applies to us as a team. It can be challenging to consistently justify your worth and value to your organization as a DevRel team. It's a constant game, but don't give up. Stay on top of the game, and when it becomes frustrating or you feel you're not achieving the goals that you want, just pivot and change direction. Change that thought process. In fact, most importantly, believe in the process. If you work to clearly define your objectives and goals, and you align with your company goals and stakeholders' goals, you are already a great team player and halfway through the game. Take it to the next level. Don't be fearful of what may not work. Be fearless and have confidence that you can succeed. I just want to thank you again for this opportunity to share my learnings with you, and to please feel free to connect with me on social. And of course, no presentation would be complete without Baby Yoda. I'm most active on LinkedIn, so you'll probably find me on there. And I love to share articles, and I read all of your articles and love to share learnings on there as well. So I included a QR code for LinkedIn if you want to directly connect. And I really would appreciate continuing the conversation. And I thank you today for participating. It's really important we as an industry, as industry peers get together and share information like this. And I just find it so valuable, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity. Thank you so much.